So right here, try to throw that ball. Defender's going to be in the area to take that away. If I roll out, that cubic container is going to go and stop me. So that's not going to allow me to go ahead. Hey YouTube, this is Prometheus, guys. Once again in the lab, looking for ways to help you guys be better on defense, and I want to show you a money play that competitive Madden players have been using online, and it really is a money play that they can go to pretty much 50% of the time, and it's a very hard play to stop. I'm going to show you how effective this play is, and also go ahead and show you a defense that should shut it down, or at least slow it down, to get your opponent out of this if they do this. Now, this particular offensive set, Kansas City Chiefs playbook, but you can also find this particular money play in the Chicago Bears, the spread formation, the spread alternate playbook, and also the Jacksonville Jaguars. And in particular, it is the gun trio offset week, what makes this particular formation really deadly is that you've got three wide receivers off to the left. You've got basically a tight end off to the right, and then also your running back off to your left. So you got basically four wide receivers on one side and then your tight end. Now, also what makes this particular play really deadly is if you take a look at your adjustments, you can actually take out a tight end and actually put him into a wide receiver in a spot. So you can have a 90 plus speed burner, someone that's 96 or 93 speed or something like that, and put him in the tight end position and really burn your opponent over the top. Now, the play we're going to be taking a look at in this particular formation is a play that's getting used by a lot of competitive Madden players online, and it's a gun trio offset week curl flats. And they make a couple different adjustments to it, but it's a very hard play to stop. It's one of those plays that it's a defensive liability the way they run it. And if you don't have a defense against it, they can move the ball up and down the field against you with this particular play and blend in other types of plays to really drive you crazy. So let's go ahead and take a look at this just against basic defenses and go from there. Now, the setup is 4 adjustments. They're going to streak up their tight end. They're going to put a wheel route with their running back. They're going to build off that running back wheel route by putting a smoke route out there, and they're going to drag up the inside slot receiver, which is Perryman. So really what happens is you've got 4 different reads. The smoke route is probably your 5th read. It's your last read, but you're going to be looking for basically good one first over the top of the coverage. Then you're going to be looking to the running back, which is going to be Montgomery in the seam, and you've got basically a levels concept with Perryman and Robinson over the middle. So the way this play works is this route right here is the huge dilemma right here where you can get a big completion. But let's go ahead and take a look at this in instant replay. So this play, first and foremost, if you got yourself a burning wide receiver, he gets over the top of the coverage. And if the person does not have the correct over-the-top coverage over this wide receiver will burn the coverages, and this will pull basically the coverages over the top, allowing this corner route to open up for you to get a big completion where you're picking up 25 yards. Now, if there's a person underneath it, you've got essentially this route right here, which is a dragger, which is going to force your opponent to defend underneath. But look at this concept off to the left. You've got a smoke route pulling a cloud, giving you an inside pass lead with the running back. So you've got basically 4 different areas that you can hit, and it's one of these plays that is just so well designed, it's extremely hard to stop, So we got it set up once again. And if he does jump into man coverage, you can always just hit the cross underneath. So we got it set up again. And this route right here by the running back is just another place that he's going to have a hard time defending. Also, if he's not paying attention, that play, that seam route, can be a huge play for you. You can hit them over the top. Sometimes people will pull down their safeties to play over the middle, take the crossers, and that big streak route will be taken out. So I went in the lab and I was trying to figure out a good play, a good way to go ahead and stop this. And I think I found a pretty good coverage that you can jump into that doesn't have a lot of adjustments. So I was looking at some of the nickel defenses, and in the 2-4-5, you can find this in a normal defense. I just went with a basic cover 9 show 2. Now it doesn't have to be a show 2, but at least a cover 9. And what I want to do is I want to have my sky blue, my squat flat, or my hard flat off on the left hand side, where the bunch side, or where the 3 wide receiver side is for this setup. And it's a fairly easy setup and this is really going to go ahead and lock down this particular play and force them to really watch one read and one read only. So basically we're going to make the following adjustments. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and do underneath coverage. So if you have your flat, your zones at certain drops, you probably want to go with just a base defense with this, because the cover 9 coverage essentially is a matching defense. We're going to use this guy right over the middle, and our responsibility is to make sure that deep crosser gets taken away by my user. Now, the other adjustment we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this outside defender and put him on a man assignment on the running back. That's going to take away that wheel route, which I assure you is going to drive you crazy. The last adjustment we're going to do is we're going to take that inside slot defender, which is Sullivan, and we're going to put him on a spy. What this is going to do is it's going to provide a little contain, but it's also going to go ahead and put our guys. It's going to put our guy in taking away one of his passing lanes. So we've got this set up. Now my responsibility is to really go ahead and chase this guy right here. I want to chase Robinson, and I want to make sure that there's no passing lane available for Robinson. And I'm actually going to go to the corner. I'll settle for my opponent to go ahead and settle down for the checkdowns, but I want to essentially go ahead and take that away. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. One of the things the QB contain will allow him to roll, prevent him from rolling out, but I want to try to take this route away more than anything else. But let's go ahead and take a look at an instant replay and how this play just gets essentially shut down just with those quick adjustments. So first thing you want to take a look at is this play. Even though this route is pretty insignificant, look what happens. Hard flat, guy's right here. If he catches the ball, he's getting tackled. Now, next area that we're going to take a look at is going to be this wheel route. And look what happens when you put your man up, your defensive end at the backside. He actually just comes in and he completely stays in front of this wheel route. So if your opponent tries to throw it, he's going to be throwing it into man coverage. The next thing I want to show you is this drag route. This is where a lot of people see this. And what happens is, because this guy's in a spy, he's going to come and basically follow the drag route and then pass him off. And what's going to happen is this guy's in a flat defender right here, and he's going to fall back into a passing lane. So if he does complete this route, basically he's going to complete it for a few yards unless he waits for this guy to bounce up. So that really is only going to expose you for the over-the-top coverage with the speed tight end. And with the wide receiver, you can see this guy is completely over the top of it, and he's not going to give up that one-play touchdown because he's over the top of the coverage. So if the guy, he can't outthrow this guy. So all I've got essentially is this crossing route I got to defend. Now, unfortunately, you're going to have to manually defend it, because what happens is this coverage guy right here kind of dumbs out over here and he lets him get past it. And if you don't follow this guy, he's essentially going to go ahead and just dumb out and give up the sidelines. So that's why you're going to have to manually take it over. Now, another adjustment that I'll do too is I'm going to basically contain, because what's going to happen is usually the quarterback is going to roll right because he's got the high-low with the levels concept off the sideline. So if I got a QB contain, what's going to happen is if this guy rolls out, that QB contain is going to bottle it up. So right here, try to throw that ball. Defender is going to be in the area to take that away. So if I roll out, that QB contain is going to go and stop me. So that's not going to allow me to go ahead and get off the edge. And if I try to throw that, a defender should be in that area, but I want to carry with my user. And no way you're going to get over the top of this coverage right out here, you're going to basically get picked off. So this is a good way to go and shut this down. Now, obviously, if you're playing against a guy that uses this as his bread and butter money play that he's going to go to majority of the time, he's going to make adjustments after you kind of show him how you're going to stop it. But if it could be a situation where you stop him a few different times, where he basically shuts this plays down, you're winning in this type of situation. So this should be fairly stealth defense that you can use, but this is a good way to go and shut this play down. So if you guys have other ways to go ahead and shut down this money play curls, let me know. Go ahead and put that down in the notes and what your setups and what defense you like to run. So once again, guys, if you like these type of tips, make sure you hit the subscribe button, also that notification icon, because I'll be rolling out different ways to go and shut down money plays. If there's a money play that you're having issues with, let me know. I'll show you. I'll lab a defense to go and shut it down. So thank you for your support, guys. Until next time.